new look and new sponsor for that 10 car out of Denison. That is the Smithfield 10 of Mike Stapleton. And rounding out the field, that's the 66 of Mike Vondrak. Mike Vondrak from Galva. As the RPMs come up, we are stock car racing. It's going to be Brock Badger with the early advantage, but here comes Blessington to the outside. He's going to get to the door, to the quarter. Yeah, can't quite get any further than that. Now he's going to drive in a little bit deep. It is still Badger and Blessington side by side. Nick Steyer and Tigas also side by side for third and fourth with Wahoo right behind him. Behind him, it's Siebenbergen. It is the 2X of Madden, Stapleton, and Vondrak. But back up front, we got a new leader as the 92B of Flying Brian Blessington takes over that first place spot. Oh, Blessington sideways, so's Tigas. Two incidents happening at the same time in turn number 4. And Tigas, he's trying to get through the sippy hole. He's going to get it done, and we're going to stay clean and green. But meanwhile, it's Brock Badger leading with now Elijah Siebenbergen sitting in second, Nick Steyer in third, Chuck Madden Jr. fourth, and Mike Albertson still sitting in fifth. Good news for Blessington. He is still in contact with the field. He can try to make up some ground. Unfortunately for Tigas, he is way behind there. But he is driving like a man possessed nonetheless. Badger has company. Siebenbergen to the outside of Badger as they come down and go into 1 and 2. Siebenbergen a lot smoother through 1 and 2 than Badger, and he now has a 3/4 correction. A full car length advantage. New leader Siebenbergen. Siebenbergen going to lead him through 3 and 4 as Wahoo Mike Albertson a little bit further back takes over that 4th place spot from Chuck Madden Jr. It's now Siebenbergen, Badger, Steyer, Albertson, and Madden, your top 5. As they're going to be coming down and see the green hanky in the air. 2 laps to go. Whoa, Chuck Madden Jr. shoots way up towards the wall. Not sure if he made contact with it coming out of turn 2, but definitely lost some ground. White flag is out for Siebenbergen. 1 lap to go. Best battle on the track right now is for 3rd and 4th. Steyer has it. Wahoo wants it, but up front it is Siebenbergen with the win. Brock Badger 2nd. Wahoo will get around Steyer for 3rd. Nick Steyer 4th. And to be honest, I'm not sure who got 5th. I was kind of looking a little bit further up. Sorry about that, folks. It is outside your 2021 Crawford County Speedway and IMCA National Champion, the 63 of Mike Nichols, and the 19Z of Zeke Hillgardner in his first competitive run in that car. Will bring up tail end Charlie. Now, obviously, with Partridge not making the call, that moves up Hatcher and Hillgardner. We are green. That's going to be Gettler and Tripp side by side. Gettler is going to get the advantage as they drive it down into 1, but he washes up. Here comes Tripp to the inside. He's at the door, at the quarter, at the door. No, can't quite get any further than that. Oh, we got one almost around. That's a double OK of Trey Klein. Oh, boy. Almost caught someone else in that one, but was able to get it back going. And he will continue on. A little bit different feel, these stock cars in the modified, so might take him a little bit of time to get used to it, but he was one of the best and most improved guys last year in the modifieds. You got to think, give him a little bit of time, and he'll be there with the stock cars as well. Right now, it is Travis Hatcher going to work on the 15 of Cody Hillgardner. And here comes Nichols too. Hillgardner is about to become the meat in a sandwich. You've got the bottom bun of Hatcher, the top bun of Nichols. Oh, he squirts out like a hot dog out of a bun. Does the 15 of Hatcher, or I'm sorry, the 15 of Hillgardner. Oh, Hatcher with a little bit of a bobble. Now it is down to Hillgardner and Nichols for third and fourth. Meanwhile, Devin Tripp once again trying to go to the inside of Jeremy Gettler. That is for the lead. Not happening. Gettler, Tripp, Nichols, Hillgardner, and Hatcher, that top five, as we have 4 laps to go. Now Nichols going to the outside of the TNT2 of Devin Tripp. He's looking for that second place spot. He's got it. Now he's knocking on the door. 2 deep blue cars, 2 orange numbers. They are going actually. Oh, and Cody Hillgardner spins on the front stretch. Will he be able to get it fired up and rolling? Tick, 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 tick. There, yes, he does. Right in front of Zeke Hillgardner. But unfortunately, the caution has already come out. So that's going to make things interesting. Jeremy Gettler, your current leader. Mike Nichols in second. Devin Tripp in third. Meet giveaways. The other half should hopefully be coming up shortly, as we've got some more stock car and modified action, and then we're going into intermission. Right now, green flag is back out. And it's Jeremy Gettler with the advantage as he's going to fire it off down to 1 and 2. Mike Nichols, hanging on the outside. Unfortunately, he jumps a cushion, gets up in the marbles. As Captain Cross would say, try going through the high scary side, and it bit him. Now he's going to sink it down the low side of 3 and 4. Crossover move, and we've got it. By a nose at the line, it was Jeremy Gettler. Oh, buddy, the sliders were served, and the crossover moves are coming. Here comes Nichols now. Once again, he's going to try to drive to the inside of Gettler. Gettler hanging on to the outside. Still 1 lap to go. Gettler hanging on there. Nichols loses a little bit of ground. You've got Devin Tripp and Travis Hatcher just salivating at the thought. If the front 2 get into it, those 2 are going to be battling for the heat race win. Nichols to the inside. Gettler to the outside. Jeremy Gettler wins it. Mike Nichols second. Devin Tripp third. Fourth to Travis Hatcher and Josiah Molds. First competitive laps in the car in competition, pulls himself out of top 5. Hey, there was a good throw. Ava Hansen up here with some stuff too, folks. So make sure you wave at her. Let her know you want some stuff, some free stuff. She's down here between B and C. Meanwhile, the sprint cars are live in 2022. And it's going to be Monty Ferrero with the early advantage, as he is going to take the early lead. The 84 of Max Roseland sitting there in second. Casey Fredrickson in third. Gunnar Pike fourth. And here comes Superman. 2-for-1 special to get in the fifth. Now he's going to get underneath the Pike, and at the line he's going to have a slight advantage. Now he's going to get completely around Pike, take over that fourth place spot, and set his sights on the 2 of Fredrickson. Casey Fredrickson going after Max Roseland. Roseland slight bobble. That's allowing Fredrickson to get a little bit closer to him. But up front, it is all Monty Ferrera. Ferrera absolutely gone. Ferrera, Roseland, Fredrickson, Snyder, and oh, look at this. Gunnar Pike, he's got some competition. As it looks like sorry, folks, that's the 11 car. He is not on my list for this heat race. And in fact, he is not on the list at all. So Hopefully it'll put him on for the feature. But the 11 car now currently sitting or battling with Gunnar Pike for that 5th place spot. Ferreira absolutely gone right now. The field has started to string out except for that battle between the 11 and Gunnar Pike in the 25. Wide flag is out, 1 lap to go. Ferreira out of 2 down the backstretch. He's going to sail it off down into turn number 3 as he comes out of 4. It's going to be Mike Ferreira with the win. Max Roseland 2nd, Casey Fredrickson 3rd. Superman Stuart Snyder in 4th, and Gunnar Pike will hold on for 5th. Don't forget, folks, while supplies last, Smithfield Spring Fling koozies for free down the beer stand. Once again, while they last, once they're gone, they are gone. Of course, giveaways for the kids while the supplies last as well. All right, take 2. Well, I think Larry begrudgingly is letting that one go. It's going to be Hausman off to the early advantage. The 43 of Greenwood right on his tail. And problems for the 66 of Alan Jensen as he is off the pace. He is going to come down to the inside and he is going to make that hard left turn into the pit area. He is done for the heat race. Hopefully we'll see him back out for the feature. Right now, Hausman with the lead. Greenwood in 2nd, Bolte 3rd. Then it is Joe Miller and Steve Hurst rounding out the top 5. Looks like Brett Klabundy trying to get to the inside of the 28 of Matty Miller. Not going to quite do it. Matty shuts the door on him. Now he's going to try and go to the outside. Still can't quite get it done. A little bit of a bobble from Miller. A little bit of a bobble from Klabundy. Wondering if maybe there might not be a little bit of a hole developing in turn 4 as the cars are getting a little bit bouncy through there. Totally understandable. First night of the year and all the moisture we have. If you look down the inside of the track at turn 1, there's still some standing water down there. So the track may get a little bit of character by the end of the night. Even upsetting Hausman just a little bit as he gets a little bit of a bobble through there. Mike Hausman Jr. about to get into lap traffic. That would be the 45, Steve Hurst. As he's going to come up on Hurst, he's going to power around on the outside. As he comes through 3 and 4, Mike Hausman Jr. is going to see the white flag in the air. 1 lap to go for Hausman. Again, Greenwood still sitting there in 2nd. Hausman coming out of turn number 2. Coming out of one of the turns, folks. He's going to go through 3 and 4, and Mike Hausman Jr. is going to win. Jake Greenwood in 2nd. Bolte in 3rd. Joe Miller in 4th. And looks like Brett Klabundy is going to round out the top 5. I know it's getting a little chilly. Warm yourself up by getting up and on your feet and giving these drivers some love. They are here to put on a show for you. Row number 4 is going to see the 12 of Josiah Molds to the inside, and to the outside, the 3 of Wahoo, Mike Albertson.
Inside of row number 5 in the 20 car, Jeremy Gettler, and on the outside in the 2X from Evoca, Chuck Madden.
Row number 6 is going to see from Galva, the 66 of Mike Vondrak, and to the outside, the double OK of Trey Klein.
Be on the lookout for this next row here. Inside, 92B Brian Blessington out of Breda and Zeke Hillgartner in the 19Z out of Harlan.
Mike Stapleton, Cody Hillgartner, row 8, row 9, Joel Tigges, Tyson Partridge. We are stuck on racing. It's going to be Siebenberger with the early advantage as he is going to slide it down and, Larry didn't like that start.
Complete restart. Lights have gone out. Now they're flashing green, which means we're ready to put the green flag in the air. We are stock car racing. And we're 3 wide, 2 rows deep before the flag stand. Here we go into turn number 1. Man alive. Off the top side of the racetrack, it is Siebenberger that gets the early advantage. Now Nichols will dive bomb onto the podium and try to get after the second spot, side by side for third.
Nichols couldn't quite get by the 8 of Steyer, so that's still a battle for third and fourth. Now he gets by Steyer and so goes to work on the Honey Creek Hitman of Travis Hatcher. Hatcher's been learning from Jesse Sobbing, though. He knows a few tricks. He's going to move up ever so slightly and shut the door on Nichols, who is 3-wheeling, but right now it's Siebenbergen still the, and Wahoo gets every which way but straight.
Everybody avoids him and we stay green. Nichols, meanwhile, on the bottom side of the racetrack, able to catfish his way into the runner-up spot. And now he is glued to the bottom and coming after the lead as he pushes up across the groove. But he's right there.
2 of the absolute best in the business, Elijah Siebenbergen, Mike Nichols, battling it out side by side with 12 laps to go for the lead. Siebenbergen will take the advantage as of right now. Nichols is going to drive it in deep into 3, as he tends to do. He's going to go on the 3-wheel motion, leave the left front at home, and still Siebenbergen with the lead.
Incredible runs into the corners by Nichols as he goes to the bottom shelf one more time, trying to pick his pocket down the back straightaway. The advantage goes to Siebenberger into 3 and 4 this time, though. Nichols with another nice run. Oh, he got a little crossed up in the middle of the corner, and it's still out front is Easy B.
The problem is now that Nichols has shown his hand to Siebenbergen. Siebenbergen now will try to adjust his line to get a better run coming off of 2 and 4. Nichols is going to absolutely have to drive it in deeper than he has all night and try to pull the slider. Not quite going to happen, though. Siebenbergen leads another lap.
They might have almost touched at the flag stand. They're still side by side for the lead. Best seat in the house is Hatcher as Nichols finally pulls ahead fully down the back straightaway. And into 3 off of 4 this time. He will come to 8 to go with the lead.
One little bobble, one little mistake is all it took for Nichols to get by Siebenbergen. And now Nichols starting to open up a little bit of a gap. Hatcher now goes to work on the 66C, that sniper speed chassis, that Mega Inc. sniper speed chassis of Siebenbergen for second spot as Nichols. He is already halfway back to Harlan down Highway 59.
7 laps to go for the winningest driver in IMCA, as he has a third of a straightaway advantage. Lap traffic will probably be a factor if we stay green here, as Hatcher is still trying to get into the runner-up spot.
As you said, lap traffic might come into play with Zeke Hilgardner. Of course, this Zeke's very first night in competitive competition in that car. He's just trying to log some laps, get some seat time, and get used to that car. But he's got the multi-time national champ and the winningest IMCA driver coming and knocking on his back door.
Knocking on the back door of lap traffic with 5 to go is Nichols. Coming up on Zeke Hilgardner. And he will go top shelf, trying to get around the fellow Harlan native and do so off of turn number 4.
Meanwhile, Hatcher is going full tilt boogie on the 66C of Siebenbergen, as unfortunately it looks like Joel Tigges, Colin Dojoy pulling in pit side. He is done for the evening. But right now, watch that battle for second and third as they're going to come up on Zeke Hilgardner as well. Hatcher to the inside. He's got it. He almost wipes Siebenbergen's nose, but Siebenbergen with the advantage.
He was trying to close that door and get around Hilgardner himself. Instead, Siebenberger is...
we got the 12 of Josiah Molds around. And he is going to get it going back the right way, but unfortunately, caution going to come out. And I'll tell you, heads up driving by the 13H of Hatcher and the 66Z of Siebenbergen. That could have got real ugly real quick. Wadrick Towing, along with Smithfield Spring Fling season opener, We got one more 1,000 to win class here coming up with the modifieds, but first, let's see who's going to take the 1,000 in the stock cars.
Nichols brings them back to green. Side by side throughout the top 5 as Hatcher is trying to stick to the bottom and get by, but he can't stay even with Sievenberger down the back straightaway as they're still side by side through 3 and 4. And Nichols is closer now, but they're still battling very hard for second.
Watch the 92 be a flying Brian Blessington as he has now gotten around Devin Tripp, and he is looking for a top 5 spot as he is side by side with the 8 of Steyer. If he can get around him, that'll punch his ticket into the top 5. Once again, Hatcher to the inside of Sievenbergen, but it's still all behind Mike Nichols with 1 lap to go. White flag is out.
White flag for Mike Nichols, who's stuck to the bottom. The catfish line as he goes up toward the wall and down into 3, off of 4. Mike Nichols in familiar territory in Van Wall Equipment Victory Lane for $1,000 tonight.
Mike Nichols is going to win. Elijah Sievenbergen second, Travis Hatcher third. Fourth is going to go to the 20 of Gettler, and I believe Nick Steyer ended up winning the battle between him and Blessington for that top 5 spot, so wow.
Mark Hansen's Rex Chevrolet and Crawford County Speedway want to know, are you ready for sprint car racing?
$18 cars, 20 laps the distance, 800 clams on the line thanks to Smithfield pumping up the purse. This is going to get exciting.
Joe Miller and Superman Stu Snyder on the front row.
Gunnar Pike, Casey Fredrickson, row number 2.
Lights out. Into 3 and off of 4. Let's do this thing at the Crawford County Speedway. Stuart Snyder goes top shelf to get the first call through 1 and 2. Fredrickson trying to follow him around the outside. Joe Miller into second down the back straightaway. Fredrickson will once again take a look to the outside. Superman with the cape on already with 1 down.
Fredrickson with a power move around Miller to take over that second place spot. Now here comes Gunnar Pike. Gunnar Pike to the inside of Miller. Not sure if Miller's got a problem or what, but he has now lost 2 positions in the last lap. Max Roseland right up there, as well as Clabundi. As Clabundi now looking to the inside of Roseland.
Roseland looking to get past Joe Miller for the 4th position, and all over the rear nerf bar of that car. Don't look now, but Hausman is already up to challenge Clamundi for position. Ferreira also charging from deep in the field, and Chapman, as we mentioned early on, as well.
As it sits right now, it is Snyder, it is Fredrickson, Gunnar Pike, Joe Miller, and Clabundi now taking over that top 5 spot from the 84 of Roseland. But as you said, the 4L of Hausman right there knocking on the door. No! Big bobble from Clabundi.
That was dangerous off of turn number 4 with 4 down and 16 to go. Monty Ferreira takes full advantage to get by both of those cars. And he is into the 6th position as Stu Snyder is approaching lap traffic with 5 down and 15 to go.
As you said, 5 laps down, 15 to go. Superman is on a tear as they now go around Steve Hurst, the first victim to go a lap down. Next up is going to be the 66 of Alan Jensen. Another lap down for the Superman, Stu Snyder.
Pike also into lap traffic as Snyder tries to go to the inside around Jensen, and he will do so in 3 and 4 that time. Fredrickson trying to keep him in the crosshairs as Superman continues to lead the way. Oh, Chapman is off the pace in turn number 1.
Oh no, talking about Chapman, and unfortunately maybe I might have jinxed him a little bit as he is off the pace, and I don't know that he's going to make it back to the pits. We'll see, and no caution as of yet, and now caution is going to come out for Toby Chapman.
Wow, very close quarters racing between Monty Ferreira and Joe Miller, and Hausman was there as well in the area trying to get around, I believe it was Hurst in lap traffic as they got up toward the end of the top 5, getting into lappers there.
7 laps down, 13 laps to go. We are set and ready to go green this time by. Larry Wilkerson gives him a look over. And he drops the green. We're back to race it. And it's going to be Stu Snyder leading him down in turn number 1. Right now it's look at Gunnar Pike. Gunnar Pike trying to take a look to the outside of the 2 of Fredrickson. Could not quite get it done. Meanwhile, Monty Ferreira does look to the outside of Roseland. Oh, contact Roseland and Ferreira. No harm, no foul, but that could have been real ugly.
Yeah, Ferreira was trying to slot car around the top side. Now he's way sideways getting into turn number 1. Hausman takes advantage and gets by. Here's Roseland to the inside and onto the podium underneath Pike. Hausman says thank you very much for that route to get into 4th.
The door came swinging open and Hausman jumped right on through as he puts himself over to 4th, and now he has set his sights on Roseland. Roseland, the car a little bit squirrely right now, not quite underneath of him. We'll see if Hausman can get by him.
Halfway home as Superman is flying away. Oh, trouble in turn number 3 and off of turn number 4 now. Gunnar Pike coming to a stop at the halfway point of this feature.
And caution's going to come out for the gunslinger. Had such a great run going, and it looks like something just gave up the ghost on the car, unfortunately.
The rest of the field was able to be very competitive down the stretch, a little bit more parity, but right now, showing you why he has the S on the top wing as we're back to green. Into 1 and 2, Fredrickson to the bottom side of the racetrack, trying to scratch and claw and get after it. Hausman into 3rd momentarily and trying to keep the podium position and sticks to the bottom. He is into 3rd.
Hausman at 3rd, but Roseland right there on the tail tank with 9 to go. It is Snyder, it is Fredrickson, Hausman, Roseland, and Ferreira right now, as Roseland again trying to go to the outside of Hausman. Hausman trying to get to the inside of Fredrickson. We got a heck of a battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
If we stay green, lap traffic will likely be a factor before the end of this one. Fredrickson down the back straightaway, gapping Hausman slightly here by about 5 car lengths as Hausman tries to go to the inside and get that bite, but loses a little bit of ground that time. Snyder still out front.
Oh, looks like the 0 got every which way but straight coming out of 4 as we got 1 car in the pits. But right now it is Hausman still trying to go to the whip and trying to catch up to Fredrickson to try and battle for that 2nd spot.
Ferreira got a little sideways trying to get underneath Roseland for the 4th position as well. Snyder back into lap traffic around Steve Hurst as Gunnar Pike was the one who pulled to the infield a lap ago. 5 to go this time for number 5.
Engine number 5, 5 to go as Snyder's going to go through 1 and 2. He's going to get around the 66. Next up is going to be Maddie Miller on the hit parade as he's going to catch up to her coming out of 4. Flies by her and clicks another lap off.
Snyder looking good out front from the front row, has been able to dominate from the drop of the green flag as Fredrickson ducks down low to get around Miller. Nobody between him and Snyder with 3 to go.
Don't look now, but Casey Fredrickson starting to catch Snyder ever so slightly. Does he have enough time to do anything though? It's going to come down. See the green high in the air for 2 to go as Snyder's going to have some heavier lap traffic right in front of him with 2 youngsters.
So it is going to play a factor down the stretch here. Through the middle of the Crawford County Speedway through 1 and 2. Snyder drifts up the racetrack to the cushion and goes around Ledger going through 3 and 4 and flies right by the choo-choo train to the white flag.
He is slicing, dicing, and Juliet and fries right now through this lap traffic as the white flag is out. Snyder now trying to get around Joe Miller and look at the back tail taking Clemundi. He's going to get by Miller. No, not quite, but doesn't matter. Stu Snyder wins. Casey Fredrickson 2nd, Mike Hausman Jr. 3rd, Max Roseland 4th, Monty Ferreira in 5th. What a feature.